Hello, everybody, and shalom, dear. Yes, I didn't say the prayer last time, and am I ashamed? Well, actually, no, I'm not. It was a thought that counts. And I really did, try. I just didn't want to bore people, so it's kind of like, I didn't want to risk it. But this time I got it here, okay, and just like I did the last time. But, this time what I want to do is first show something here real quick. Because I've seen a lot of comments in the past about how the rapture, they call it, that only the righteous is going to be raised. And I've heard them say the same about the resurrection. Only the righteous is going to be raised up. And no, that's not. It's not what our King said. It simply isn't, his own words I'm going to read to you right here. So if you could, just kind of unlearn. These glasses, boy, I tell you. Unlearn the things that you learned, okay? Take off your preacher's glasses and, put on your own. Put on our King's glasses. Use mine. I got an extra pair, I got a couple of them. I got one out in the yard somewhere. I don't know if I hit it with a lawnmower or not. Maybe I'll step on them later. So, maybe I'll just find them. Maybe I'll start getting blessed. We'll see, Tune in again next week for another exciting episode of... But anyway, it says here in Yahchanan, chapter 5, and I'm going to show you that our King did not say, that only the righteous are going to be raised up. 3 out of 4 fall away. 3 out of 4 fall away. Once saved, always saved is horseshit. Piles of it, it's got like some big stringers in there and everything. It's just horseshit. That's what half these teachings are. These fables of old women and, fairy tales, such. We got to unlearn these things, and this is going to help you. I'm going to talk about this for a minute, and now we're going to get down to what our King says. It's going to blow your socks off, but we got to pray after I show you that, it's not just the righteous being raised. He says here in Yahchanan 5, verse 28, he said, "Do not marvel at this, for the hour is coming in which all who are in the graves will hear his voice." Now, it's not just the graves, it's like, some of the saints, the way that they had died was rather horrible. And, mankind's always devised the most cruelest ways to cause people the most damage and harm. In fact, the Catholic Church, did a lot of research into torture for the Inquisition and such. That was basically to get rid of medicine men and, shaman and people that, witch doctors, those that, wasn't so much into witchcraft, but when there were people sick in the village and such, they can go out in the forest, they could rummage around the lands and the properties, they could go out in the fields and they could find different things, goldenrod or plantain, and they could heal the people. Those were the ones they targeted, so that they could bring in this medical association. And they used to have people that healed people back then. They killed them off, burned them and shit, and today we've got practicing physicians. Why? Because they ain't never learned how to heal anybody, but they killed off all the guys that did, in the most horrible ways. Horrific, man. Called them witches and hung them up by the, their thumbs and strapido and, the horrors what mankind can do. Our King's not like that, boy. But he's going to slaughter some people off when he comes because he's pretty upset. I would repent if I was you. I wouldn't want my King stomping on my door. People in the grave's going to hear his voice, and they took some of our brothers, man, sisters, and they would take like a couple, animal hides and sew them together with the brother or sister in it. brother and sister sometimes. And they'd leave a little hole there at first, and they'd pour a bunch of snakes and scorpions in there. They're like, hey, man, throw a couple extra snakes, man. Don't you know that we can pick up every deadly thing? It won't hurt us. This is going to hurt like hell, man. Put a couple extra. Maybe I will die. Please. Oh, man. And after they stop squirming, and screaming, convulsing and all that, they'd kick them over the cliff down into the water where the sharks was, So when our king comes and he calls with his voice, man, and even the shark shit's going to come together, and her brother's going to come walking up out those waves. He's going to be on the shore, man. Yeah, he's going to come up and you'll meet the king first, and then after that's when hopefully I am one, I believe my bride's going to be with me, and we're going to see our king come. I know he loves me, so whatever he's got in store, I'm okay with, but I've always prayed that I see him come. And I don't want to go through this stuff, guys. I don't want to go through it, but I've just been the one that he's used, as far as I know right now, till the rest of us wake up. But everyone's going to have to be preaching the same things. It's simple. It's so simple. You people can... Hopefully you can hear my voice, man, because I don't know. I don't know if I'll always be with you. And that bothers me, because I don't want to leave my bride. I just got her. It's like, you can't take me for at least a year, Yahshua, damn it. You know that. Supposed to learn my wife for a year, so before I go out to battle, but I'm here battling, okay? She's my wife, and I'm fine with that. I'm pleased with that, but at least give me a year with her. I'm here battling. I'm with my wife, and I'm battling the devil and her lies, and we need you to show us your truth. And here it is, fellas. Look, do not marvel at this, for the hour is coming, which all who are in the graves and out there, shark shit coming together, or wherever it was, volcanoes they were thrown into, burned up into ashes, man. You're going to hear his voice and come forth. Those who have done good, which should be translated, as righteousness. Those who have done righteousness to the resurrection of life. And those who have done evil to the resurrection. Oh, excuse me. Boy, I had a... Excuse man. Oh, I had me a sneezing frenzy earlier, man. It was like 13 or something like that in a row. It was pretty great. I was like... I had felt a lot better. All this, what...
comment, or a question, I'll be more than thrilled to answer. I'm coming up with all these things, I'm just saying, Father, through your Son, what do you want me to bring these people? And I ain't able to sleep. I mean, look how many videos I put out, I mean, I don't know anyone else putting them out like this. And I got another idea for the for the next one. It's like, wow. And then I got to listen to these ones, and make sure that I say the right things, and it's beautiful. I'm thankful to do it for you. I just hope you're paying attention. And I'm not talking to my bride. I'm talking to y'all. My bride pays attention, man. She loves me. I'm cute. And I'm about normal. Normal feature-wise, okay? Yeah, normal. How about normal? Abnormal, but normal. Yeah. I think abnormal is just more toward the waist or something, isn't it? Your abnormal? But anyway, it says, but you are not willing to come to me that you may have life. He says, I do not receive honor from men. You couldn't give the... In fact, one time, man, the king ran away. I mean, he's a king of heaven. I call him king, okay, because that's what he is. He's a king of kings and ruler of rulers, But this one time he was preaching, and people they started to look at him like, wow, man, this dude is cool. He thought, oh, shit, man, here we go. Here we go. Oh, shit, man, here we go. They want to make me a king? Oh, hell no, man. And he hightails it, see? So I don't want no part of being a king, You can't make me a king either, It's a thing our king already made me. And actually it was our Father that made him, that made me, and we were all written in the book of life. And another thing I need to bring out, I think, is that our king, everyone thinks that he was in heaven, when he started and everything, and he was all powerful and supposedly to be the Father at the same time, but these things aren't true. I mean, if you read the scriptures and you find out where it talks about our king was made a little lower than the Malachim. So if he was made a little lower than the Malachim, he didn't have much significance if he was in heaven. I mean, if you're lower than the Malachim, that's not all that significant. Mankind was created over Malachim to be over. I mean, not now, but we're supposed to judge the Malachim. And yet our king was made a little lower than him. Read it for yourself. It's in there. And then try to keep your horseshit to yourself, Go bury it, It tells you, if you got to relieve yourself, take a digging tool and... go on out and relieve yourself and bury it. That's where the stuff, these doctrines need to be. They need to be buried. And this is important. Listen to this, guys. You search the scriptures thinking you got life in them and all that stuff. You're not willing to come to the king, or you are. I'll show you how. But he's saying, that there are people out there, in his day anyway, and they are here to do, they're here too, but he's not here to receive honor from men. He says, but I know you, that you do not have the love of the Father in you. That's what I want to do is 1 Yahchanan, chapter 2, 3 through 6. Next video. It's a spiritual test. And everybody fails it the first time. So don't feel bad about it. I failed it miserably. It's kind of like the thing with Neo up on the roof, and he runs and and they say, oh, what if you don't make it? And the guy says, oh, none of them make it the first time. And he goes down, slaps his face on the road and bounces up. It's the same thing, man. You take the spiritual exam and it's going to be smack dab in your face. It's going to call you a name. I was called a name. I was one, man. I was one. I really was. In fact, I've been a couple times.
I mean, this last time, it's not that I was lying to anyone except myself. See, I was a liar to myself. It wasn't true to me, man. I didn't know who I was. And what's bad is I don't know who I am right now, and I'm turning into something. I'm almost afraid to look in the mirror. I'm looking at myself in the video, and I'm like, I hardly recognize myself. This is amazing, man. I know everyone ought to try. We ought to can this stuff, man. This born again stuff. Put it in a can. I've seen where they had like canned sunshine, man. I bought a can down in Florida, and it was canned sunshine. They tell you wear sunglasses when you open it up. And I also bought a can of dehydrated water, man. I mean, what you do is you open up the can and you fill it with water, and then you got a can of water to drink. I've been, I'm a pretty savvy shopper, so I look for all the best deals. And something's up funky with these glasses. Maybe that's a little better. I don't know. Seems like one's like way out, but that's how everything is, My life. These glasses are my life. No, my bright life.